What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified myself. Yes, yes, Stoney, greatness. Oh,
Did you think that our audience wouldn't love on you?
thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, sit down, shout out, sit down. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And I am here, the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the Hall of Famer, the activist, the author, the philanthropist, the entertainer, the educator, the man of many, many talents.
You're talking about me, not you.
Mm-hmm. That too. So show some respect and bend the knee because they come from all across the world to see the man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. He is your king. He is my king. He is King Kevyn.
Oh, they're alive. Kind of quiet, but they're alive. Hey, everybody. No, stop. What's up?
Hey, everybody.
It is official. We are officially
Drag race
back.
season.
Back, and back again.
Yeah.
Before we get into this, make sure you guys are subscribed, comment, join the conversation, like, and share this conversation with other people who you know are drag race fans, drag race connoisseurs, drag race wannabes. Share the show with them, join the conversation, and once again, before we get into the show, because we are so excited to talk about season 17, we've been waiting for this. We've been doing pre-shows about it, and we do have to take a moment,
yes,
for some shocking, breaking, heart-wrenching news that we literally just received. Our good friend and UK winner of all male drag race, the Vivian, has passed away at the age of 32, I believe it is. Our deepest condolences going out to all of her family, friends, and fans. We didn't personally know her. We only knew her via the screen, but she's always lit up our lives. So let's just take a moment of silence to honor her memory. All right. So
thank you, Viv, for everything. You know, you were adopted, from being, a UK queen to being, one of our queens, through your outstanding performance on, All Winners, All Stars. Yeah, we know, why you're, where you are, and why you've done what you've done. And thank you for sharing your gifts with us and everything. And hey, we'll be putting on drag shows on that stage in the sky, and one day we'll all get a seat to see it.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you. I'm gonna do a Vivian marathon now, so that way I can catch up and just relive the glory moments with the Vivian.
Right.
So we are here at the premiere episode of season 17 with 14 new queens. We went down the list of who the queens were. And we talked about their Meet the Girls looks.
Mm-hmm.
And I had opinions, but now that we've got to see them in the workroom, on the runway, and in the talent show, we've got some different opinions.
Right.
And also keeping in mind that Stoney and I happen to have spoilers that we're not going to get to you guys, but just things that we know of.
Yeah.
And
because we're serious drag journalists here.
So we're not going to spoil anything for you guys. We're going to play through the season as you see it. We're going to have our own personal opinions and conversations about it.
Right.
But to avoid any spoilers, we won't reveal that part.
Yeah.
62 sucks. I'm sorry. Which she doesn't. Let's go down the list. Let's go down the list of our new queens.
Yes.
So start us off.
Yeah. So first, the end of the workroom. All right, on the new season, Lexi Love. All right.
That's the one I want to start with because in my Meet the Queens review, I was not feeling it. And then she walks into the workroom, and I fell in love.
Yeah, that get up that she had on with the red, white feathers. Oh my gosh.
At first, I just thought like she was just not prepared. And then I realized that she just had a day. I still wouldn't have won what she won at the Meet the Girls or Meet the Queens. But Lexi Love, I'm looking forward to seeing more from her.
Yes. Yes.
Excuse
yes. Then next to enter the workroom was Joella. All right.
The Asian Queen of LA.
Yes. The Slasian.
The Slasian Queen.
Slasian Queen.
Now, Stoney, you didn't get a chance to watch the pit stop yet, so you don't know that me and Raven are like spirit animals to each other.
I cannot wait to hear what she's saying.
Because everything that I was thinking, Raven said.
About Joella?
About everybody.
Oh.
About everybody.
About everybody?
And she was on, and I said to Roscoe, our stat boy, I said, it's so refreshing.
Shout out to Stat Boy.
That I'm not the only person that's mean like this and telling the truth, or is not afraid to tell the truth. Because I think people get on there and they want to be so cute.
It's like we all knew Raven was mean, but you know,
it's not being mean. She's being honest.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that she's one of the only voices of reason.
I've been doing it all my life, but people say otherwise.
Some people are just honest. Some people like to stab and dig in it. It's only one of those people that like, hey, I know I'm right, so I'm like, dig in it. Opposed to like, it is what it is. And I'm accepting it. Joella is not one of the queens that excite me at all.
Yeah.
And partially, I want more for and from her.
Mm-hmm.
Her entrance look was cute and a great homage to her culture, which she did not explain, I don't think. But it's fine.
I think it was obvious.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there are things about Joella and how she presented herself coming out that just rubbed me the wrong way from you know, and kind of hit some buttons, you know, that? As a like I get the sense that Joella is very is a lot, you know, on her regular life. And
keep talking,
I'm just like, yeah, you'd be a little bit too much for me on a personal level. And it's not, you know, hey, certain people jive, certain people do not, you know. And I just don't think, based off of what she presented on TV, that our personalities would jive. I do think that she's, you know, she's an okay queen. Again, you know, it's like she's one of those queens that could be in the mid card, but might be in the lower tier. But you know,
I feel like if I were to go to Dragorama, she'd be hosting it, maybe, or performing. Dragorama here in Philadelphia was at Taboo, which is now 254. And they have this amateur drag night. And I could easily, I mean, at best, given Joella the host, at best. I think that she's a drag queen. I think she gives drag queen. I think that she still has some growing to do. Are we going to jump ahead to her moment?
Not yet. We're gonna get through. We're gonna get through everybody else here.
Okay.
Next after Joella was Corey Kyng, sister of Plain Jane.
So y'all remember in season 16 when they were doing the Remix Challenge and Tsunami Muse was talking to Plain Jane about how she wanted to fuck her so bad. In this scenario, I'm Tsunami and Corey Kyng is Plain Jane, who also happens to be the sister of Plain Jane. One, Corey Kyng gets drag. She knows what she's doing. She came in with the big blonde hair, bodysuit padded, gave me what I wanted. And then they showed her without the drag. And I'm like, okay, give me some more. Yeah. That's my crush right there. He thinks someone else is my crush, but it's definitely Corey Kyng.
No, Corey Kyng is definitely, you know, crush worthy. I mean, I'm not, you know,
Corey. I don't know if I'm
in and out of drag. Yeah, he could definitely call, you know, Castle Greatness if he wants a 2-for-1 special. Listen, but you know, you know, in and out of drag. Corey Kyng is nice. Is very, very nice. You know, Corey Kyng to me is a solid mid card. You know, queen. I don't know if Corey has what it takes to win the whole thing.
I feel
But
like right now it's a little too early
to like kind of call a lot.
We haven't had a chance to see Corey really.
Right. Yeah. And I think after the full talent show, which we'll get into
Next
at the end,
Yes.
next week. So next week. So no rankings this week, guys. No rankings this week because we got to see the queens perform. So there'll be rankings next week. Our official show rankings and everything else like that. So yeah.
All right, who else we got?
Next we had Lydia B. Collins. The B stands for butthole.
She's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh in the house.
So a fellow Pennsylvania. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about her?
I think she is cute. I don't know if she has the chops, and I'm hoping that throughout the season, because of spoilers again, we're some serious drag journalists. We know some things. Okay, here we know some things here. I hope that she is going to she's in her caterpillar phase, and then she might be going through a cocoon and then coming out like she might be yeah.
I'm thinking about her talent. Talk about a caterpillar and a cocoon, which we'll get to. But yeah, so Lydia, I'm on the fence with because I definitely see it, but I feel like there's something missing. Like Stoney said, she must be in her cocoon phase and about to blossom because she I think she is a force to be reckoned with, but we'll see. Who you got next?
Next we have Ariete. I think Ariete is out of drag is cute as a button. All right. Very, very cute. Very, very, very cute.
Very.
Drag wise, I definitely see the family resemblance between her and Irene the Alien Dubois. So hey, it's there. I thought the entrance look was definitely something that introduced her.
Yeah.
And we'll get into the talent show later. Next, Next we had entering the workroom. We had Jewel Sparkles.
Now, Miss Sparkles, who happens to be the granddaughter of Trinity the Tuck.
Yes.
I think is also someone who's going to be a force to be reckoned with. She's super pretty, and I think she's super talented. I would love to see more drag. Yeah, but she is definitely given drag. But I would like to see more from her.
Yeah, definitely. Is she? And her aesthetic is definitely like a Latino Ariana Grande.
Priscilla Presley fusion,
right?
With drag.
Yeah,
which for her it works.
It works. It works. Yeah, so. And for her being so young and knowing, what Priscilla Presley looks like, and the thing, hey, kudos. Because she's only been doing drag for 3 years, apparently. Yeah. Next to enter the workroom was Lana Jarre. All right, the drag daughter of Lux. What is it? Lux Noir London.
Right.
Did I get it right? I hope I got it right. I'm so terrible, and Lux is going to hate me from now on.
Was that a real brain fart?
Yes, it was a real brain fart.
Why did I feel like you was trying to be funny?
No, I was not. I was really not. I just really drew a blank. Lux Noir London. Okay. Yes.
Well, on season 15, Lux was one of my favorites. I loved Lux. It's now been 2 seasons, and I think with all of these family members coming in, the bar is set kind of high. Lux is one of those people who's a perfectionist, so I kind of expect for Lana Jarre to give us some very polished drag. And we're going to add a note to Lana in a little bit when we talk about the intro to the show.
So next was Sam Starr entering the workroom. Wow, is all I gotta say. When I look at Sam Starr, I do see star. I see star, like just star quality, star look, like well put together, absolutely gorgeous. Like, cute little, cute little, cute little twink, cute little twink out of drag. Like, hey, I am buying what Sam Star is selling, and I'm buying it in bulk. Okay? Yes.
I, on the other hand, am not. I am not a fan. You can get comfortable wherever you can get comfortable. Our studio audience popped up on us.
Yeah, we have more an actual studio audience member in the room. So.
Yeah, for me, Sam Star is a pretty queen. She came in with a very American look. More power to her. I think the wig was. I agree with Raven. The wig was very. We've seen it a million times already.
Right.
But
right, I see where you're coming from, especially, and I have not watched. This is one of the very few times that you guys will hear me say I have not watched Pit Stop
but that's
coming
fine.
in. But yeah, because I'm a serious drag journalist over here.
No, I think that Sam Star is going to give us some really good stuff.
Mhm.
I personally don't think that she's one of my favorites. I think just because of her connections and her experiences, she's going to give us good drag. I just am not. I'm not like hollering over it.
Yeah, I am, and I'm looking forward to it. She is Trinity the Tuck's daughter, which makes her Jules Sparkle's aunt.
Yes.
All right, and they had a whole segment explaining that, you know, for the straight people watching who can't wrap their head around how, you know, gay and drag families work. Apparently, you know, they work like regular, except there's no real blood involved. I don't. Yeah. So next after Sam Star was Anya Nerve. Anya Nerves. Yes, because it's spelled like Anya, but it's Anya. Anya Nerves. Yeah.
Anya,
who is quintessential black auntie, and I'm loving it. I am loving it.
This 70s inspired
get up
hair.
Yeah,
I didn't like the pants.
Yeah,
but she had a look.
It worked.
Concept. It was followed through from start to finish.
Yes.
I get it. We're just talking about the entrance look, so I won't give too many opinions yet because
when we get like, because all the queens went through the runway. We'll get into how the episode was structured, but all the queens did the runway. Then they did, you know, the talent show and everything, because it's the first episode. As you guys know, it's always a talent show. But yeah, about the runway, Anya made some decisions that we'll talk about. For me, next, Susie Toot.
Who?
Susie Toot.
So meet the girls. When I saw Susie Toot, I said, "Oh, I like her. She has something." And then I started watching the episode 1, and I said, "Oh, okay." I personally, I can still see you on the screen. By the way, I can still see you on the screen. Anyway, I think she's a talented queen. So this is a general statement. Stop. This is a general statement for all of the era queens. Those queens that pop in and they give you that, I'm a queen from the 1920s. There is a place for all of them, and each of them, I think, brings something different. And I think that Susie Toot is one of those people who has a talent that's bringing something different. I also see where she has a lot of room to grow with her makeup. Yes. I think her makeup and her hair is making it difficult for me to attach to her actual talent.
I would say give her a chance. I see young Benda LaCreme.
I don't.
I see young Benda LaCreme.
Benda LaCreme like that.
Bull crap. Now,
no.
When Benda first came on, people didn't get that 1950s, 1960s housewife vibe that she was laying down. People didn't get it. I was loving it.
I love Benda from the day she walked into the workroom. I've always loved Benda. I've always gotten her, along with every other queen that's come in. Not every other queen, because I don't like that.
Give Susie a chance.
I'm trying.
Give Susie a chance because
I want her to give
she
her
knows
she
knows.
Give her makeup a chance.
I think
her hair.
I think over time, yes, and especially once she gets critique from the judges about it.
Susie, I know you're watching, so this is what I want to say. Take what you're
doing. I love
doing,
you, Susie.
What you're doing with your makeup and what you're doing with your hair, dragify it. I think that's what's killing me. Because like you can give me that era.
You can give Betty Boop, but
little boy,
but zhuzh it up a bit.
Tight curly
I get
that makeup.
You know, you could do
That's
Betty
what I'm
Boop.
getting.
You could do Betty Boop. You could be 1920s Betty Boop, but zhuzh it
even
up.
if you're gonna do Betty Boop, it has to drag.
Yeah,
This
put
is
some
Drag
glitter
Race.
in there.
You
Yeah.
know me. Make it big.
I know.
After Susie boots, because to the boot, I'm booting right now. I'm gonna give you a shot, but currently you're being booted.
Toot. I'm on the toot trade. Yeah. Next up was Harmona Lisa, one of his favorites.
One of my mother freaking not favorites. All right, so let's talk about Harmona Lisa and Meet the Queens.
She's one of his favorites.
In Meet the Queens, I specifically said how I ain't seen for her. I'm trying to like her.
And as we said, your opinion don't matter.
Huh?
Because the Queen of Drag personally selected this
I take that with
for us to enjoy.
I take that with a grain of salt because I don't always trust the Queen of Drag's judgment, and a lot of people don't.
She is the mother tucking Queen of Drag.
She got the name and the money in the show, but that don't mean that everything she says is golden.
And she is amazed by Sasha Colby.
As she should be.
As we all are.
Mona Lisa, not so much. The thing that got me was when somebody was talking about the memes on social media. I heard it, I laughed at it, but then I was watching Pit Stop and Raven brought it up. Tell me she don't look like if you put a blue hue on her, she looks like Sadness from Inside Out. She does. She does. If you haven't seen her, I'm telling you, that's what she looks like without the blue tint. But even worse than that, she has this chip on her shoulder because RuPaul personally selected her in Atlanta at a book signing or reading.
As she should. As she should have a chip on her shoulder, and she should be fine with flexing it at the end of the day.
All right, so it's so much to say about her because we haven't gotten to the runway yet.
Yeah.
Because I think that the runway kind of gives her a little bit of credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, no.
Right, no.
Nothing else.
No.
And other queens are calling her out because she came in bragging and like.
Well, no, they brought it up first. They bought it up first, and she just told them the truth. Yeah, personally selected by RuPaul Charles himself. Yes, and unfactual about it.
Here's the problem with people like basing stuff off RuPaul's judgments.
Mm-hmm.
RuPaul don't even remember the queen's name. She was live on stage and couldn't remember Jinx's name. So we have to take RuPaul's judgment with a grain of salt. I'm just saying. Like the queen of all queens, she couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So therefore,
well, that was before she became the queen of all queens. After when she was just a queen, but you know, I'm pretty sure now RuPaul will never forget the name.
I'm pretty sure RuPaul can't remember Raven's name, and Raven does her makeup.
That's insulting to Raven.
No, it's not. When you get old, you forget stuff. I do it every day.
Next, we had. From the Jersey Shore, Crystal Envy.
She gives me.
She's very pretty.
Somebody gives me Courtney.
Nice. I can see
because she is very. Pretty.
She has a drag wise, she's definitely. But I would say it's not as polished as Courtney Act. Like not Courtney Act coming right out of the gate, like
was ready.
Whoa.
Courtney was ready from the moment she walked in.
Yeah.
I'm about to call her
like that.
Crystal Envy.
Yeah, Crystal
is I think she has a polish on her though.
Mm-hmm. But it's not Courtney Act level polish, but no. it's something.
It's newbie. It's like I'm a new young queen that's put some time in. That's what it's giving. It's not getting done this and I have mastered the art of my makeup and my look and feminization.
Yeah. Then next we had Acacia Forgot.
Who?
Right, Acacia Forgot. She came into the workroom. Yeah,
she came. What did she wear in the workroom? I forgot what her look is. You forgot too.
I'm sorry.
Her name is Acacia Forgot,
and she's very forgettable. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
Yes,
I am so terrible. See, look. The audience didn't even know she was on the season. I'm sorry, Miss Forgot.
They just forgot.
Oh, Miss Forgot. Next, and then last coming in the world.
That's all we can say about her.
I'm sorry.
All right, so Acacia Forgot has a mullet, which is already bad.
Oh yeah, she had a mullet.
She came in with a mullet. That wasn't her workroom interest, but like her confession.
Which means that she wears the mullet now.
Intentional.
Everyone knows, right? Every gay knows that is the unluckiest of gay haircuts that you could possibly have is a mullet. It's only lucky for trailer park trash and Mexican gays. They're the only ones that it works for.
Sometimes
But
it
if
really
you
don't work for them.
you know, yeah, sometimes it don't work for them because like you show up to the gay club with a mullet, I guarantee you're not going home with nothing. With nothing. I'm not picking you up, even if you got power bottom shirt. Like
No,
I'm not.
I'm not attracted to it. Someone is though, so let's give her.
But yeah,
that grace that for somebody that likes mullets,
yeah,
she's their type.
And that's the main reason why we remember you. Now
I remember you. No, that's not the only reason why I remember you.
We'll get into that. Next, we had Lucky Stars. Go on ahead. Talk about Lucky Stars.
Lucky Stars is one of those queens who I prejudged because of her association with another queen who kind of like made it big to do about them not being associated anymore. But then when I see Lucky Stars walk in, I'm like, I'm not mad to be disassociated with that because I'm better than that. If you ask me, Lucky Stars is fucking fierce. Like, I didn't think I was going to like her at first. I really like Lucky Stars.
Yes.
In and out of drag. I really like the person. Me?
Yes.
In and out of drag, I like Lucky Stars. Her entrance look was a runway look. Excuse me.
Tag.
Oh, tag. You're in.
There we go. And Stoney is back. So, yes, and just piggybacking off of what Kevyn was saying, when it comes to Lucky Stars, I wasn't necessarily feeling it in the Meet the Queens look. It gave me very much Nina Benina Brown, and I'm like, seen it and didn't like the first. Yeah, that's apparently her drag mother, former drag mother.
They are disowned.
Apparently there was drama and stuff like that, but Nina Benina Brown seems to have crawled from under the rock that she's been under and wanted to talk about it, and is using this to kind of get some clout and everything. Yeah, I am a yes, and I'm on record. Y'all can go back, check the tapes. Nina Benina Brown, down. All right, it was a down, when she first showed up into the workroom. Like, I was not into the whole cardboard construction paper look.
Well, let's talk about that look, though. Because I feel like what
Lucky Stars
Brown has been trying to accomplish her entire season, Lucky Stars pulled off in her interest.
Yes, Lucky Stars look like a piece of art.
Completely. Like, I'm telling you, her entrance look
and her aesthetic that she said is a cartoon come to life. And yes. I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Impeccably beautiful.
Oh.
Colorful.
Yes.
And fun.
Yes.
And I think that's even more the point. Mm-hmm. She was so much fun to experience.
Yes.
And then after Lucky Stars, we didn't go through 2 queens.
It was. Oh, girl. She'd already done had hers. That's what happened after Lucky Stars came in.
All right,
because during the opening portion of the episode, there was about a 8-minute segment, of the queens doing a spoof of the Squid Games, because if you don't know, if you've been under a rock, Squid Game season 2 is out. I am almost done it myself. It's great. So they did a parody called Squirrel Games of the red light, green light, but it was called Rue Light, Green Light. And making her 4th appearance in Drag Race history was playing the part of the robot was Lil Pound Cake.
Oh, about Pound Cake.
Yeah, Lil Pound Cake.
First drag queen that was kind of like featured in that segment.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this next queen.
And then, but it was a bunch of queens there, and they were I'm coming. Yeah, all queens of different seasons, even winners, because we had Trinity in there, and Jerry was in there. Yeah, so a whole bunch of queens. What's the ass?
We had
Kylie Sonique Love. Yes.
Yes. So we had several winners there.
Mm-hmm. Carrie Colby.
We had some really big names, and then we had Pork Chop.
Yeah, Pork Chop was there and stuff. So it was Rue Light, Green Light. They were like, and everything, and they got pied if you were moved. And guess who the first queen was eliminated?
Of course, it was Pork Chop.
Yeah, queen number 1 too.
Yeah, so I think it was fun. I watched in anticipation. I felt offended when they pied Ingeria because she had just been crowned.
Oh, Lord.
I think she's the only queen that she made a sound too when she got pied. But that's very on brand for Ingeria.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see them pie Trinity the Tuck. And when they did, it was the satisfaction that I needed for the entire episode. If nothing else went right in that episode, I was happy. Yes. And then
the best pieing, though, hands down,
was Carrie Colby's.
No.
Yes, it was when she fell over.
Kylie Sonique's. Kylie Sonique's was the best one.
Sorry, y'all.
Like, because Kylie, talk about a cream pie. She took the pie right to the butt. And when I tell you,
she said, "You're not putting that shit in my face."
When I tell you, like when it hit the butt and the cream just went in places, and then the butt like jiggled, and then the cream was just oh god, it was a great shot. That was one of the best shots of Drag Race history right there. Yeah. Thank you, Kylie, for doing that for us. You have truly created one of the most memorable Drag Race moments ever. Ever for anybody, because we're all better and lucky.
So while everyone else was trying to hold their pose in between the red lights and the green lights to make sure that they don't move and get pied, what they didn't realize is RuPaul was snapping photos.
Yes, because it was our opening mini challenge, which was the candid photo shoot that they always do. You know, where they put them in situations and take photo shoots and stuff. So yeah, they were taking pictures every time, because when the music started, they had to do the best moves, and then when the music stopped and it was roulette, you had to strike a pose. Yeah. So yeah, and then and guess who won?
That child of Luxembourg, London.
Lana Jure won the very first mini challenge of the season. Won $2,500
and didn't even know she was competing.
Effortlessly won, as she puts it.
Yes.
And it was amazing. Yeah, it was great.
Can we say this about Lana Jure? I love her skin tone with that yellow.
Oh yes, she looked gorgeous.
She wore a yellow suit that
looks
was
amazing,
like butter and chocolate, if that's a thing. That's how smooth it was.
Yeah, there is butter and chocolate.
All right, so the runway category was mask for mask.
And now, all the queens.
Well, actually, it was mask for mask singer. Now, the way this worked is they had to present a mask and then reveal, like, it was like a face reveal. So some of the queens came out with some amazing looks. Yeah, I'll take it right here.
Okay.
I mean, YouTube ain't paying this anymore.
Well, yeah. All right, well, people later. Hey, hopefully my boss isn't watching.
Anyway, I'm not gonna go. I don't think we should necessarily go down the list of everybody. Maybe the tops and the flops.
Right? Yeah. No. Of the runway. Yeah. So for me, I. Okay, for me, Jules Sparkles was good. Believe it or not, I did like Crystal Envy's.
Crystal's was good. Crystal was the face wrap, right?
Yes. The doll.
Yes. Came out with this big Trixie Mattel type hair and a big doll face. And then as she began to walk down runway, she pulled the extra hair off to reveal this nice little cute little ponytail, and the doll face cracked open to reveal her face, which was amazing.
Yeah, it was very nice. And I have to say third for me was, because I thought that it was just beautiful, was Ariette's. I thought Ariette's was gorgeous. I did. With the fairy and the blood streaks and the headdress and stuff. I
actually liked Lydia B. Collins, her runway.
Yeah, Lydia's was very good. Lydia's was also very good. I thought that Lana's was what we would expect. I mean, it was very much legs, and a cat suit. It was cute, the little story that she had. I think her cat's name is cute. She had a cute name for her cat, Gouda.
Gouda.
Yeah, she was like, any day with Gouda is a Gouda day. Like, I was like, oh, that's cute. And you got a little thing with your cat and stuff. That's cute.
That sounds like she's like trying to
Yeah.
get louder and louder.
Yeah, I know. She is, yeah, my grandpuppy. And like me and her brother, we got a little thing, because I forgot what we were watching. We were watching Family Guy, and they were doing the little song. Peter was singing the Rock Lobster song, and out of nowhere he just got up on his hind legs and was like doing this thing. And so now it's like I do this little version with his name, because his name Paxton. I'd be like, Pack Waxstead, and then he'd be like, get up and do his little dance and stuff. So I got a little thing with my little pets. I get it. But
yeah, she know we live, so she wants to make sure that her voice is heard.
Yeah, no, screw her. But yeah, but yeah, I thought that her Mona Lisa honorable mention. Hers was pretty good. Sam Star just looks beautiful.
Her Mona Lisa, I wanted to highlight the fact that I don't see it for her, but her runway was nice.
Her runway was very nice.
She came out as a skunk.
Yeah, and she had the skunk head, and then when she pulled it off, face was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Raven and Monet
had like a black and white tint to it and everything too.
Yes.
It was
The one thing that I would not even thought of to make a concern, Raven and Monet Exchange brought it up. They just wish that she would have had eyes in the mask, so you didn't see her eyes straight through. Like it was just through. It took you out of the illusion for a little bit.
Right.
And also, didn't it give you furry?
Or even if I think that she probably could have went a totally different way with the makeup and went like an elevated kind of tribal, because she could have blacked out like Batman, and then like had it like go into like this crazy fan or go into something, you know what I mean? Like there would have been other things and kind of made the makeup be like, oh crap, like, oh, you know what I mean? But I get it. And Pit Stop is for the nitpicking and stuff like that. So kudos again, to Raven for her expertise there. I
can't wait to watch Roscoe's.
But
yeah. Who else we got?
Yeah.
Who
so bottoms, where I thought the runways wasn't that good. I would have to say right out of the gate, the one that and it's sad because I like it. I like the idea of it, but the execution of it was terrible.
I couldn't understand it.
Was on your nerves.
Yeah, I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
I felt like there was just a little bit too much going on. I mean, Black Power. Definitely.
Like again, I love the idea, but the execution was.
It was just like it was too much.
It was not good.
There was nothing to bring it all together for me to make it make sense. So, On Your Nerves would definitely have been one of the problems for me.
Joella.
Let's talk about Acacia, because she came out in the snowman outfit.
Yeah, and then stripped it away to reveal another kind of more, bondagey looking snowman get up, and then, took the head off and was okay. It was like a nice Loretta Lynn look, like, but I'm like,
yeah, it wasn't.
Loretta Lynn did it already, like,
it wasn't. It's not. It wasn't,
and I get that her aesthetic is, old school country, music superstar like Dolly Parton back in the day, like, And
the crazy part is, like, she did give me drag, but I don't know, it just didn't hit the spot.
Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely have to say, Acacia, Anya. Joella's wasn't as strong for me. Like it was just like very regular, like okay, like wasn't anything like show stopping about it. Yeah. I would have to say that because it was, kind of outside-ish, it was outside-ish. I thought the execution was like, oh, kind of quirky and in her lane, but the execution wasn't, you missed it a little bit. I saw the makeup, but it wasn't executed as strongly as I think it could have been, which is Susie Toot. Like,
honestly, if I had to say one of the best reveals or one of the best way looks for me was definitely Lydia. She had like two face reveals and her makeup was on point, and she made you look at her like, oh yeah, okay, I want to see what she does next. Yeah. And then what she did next was
so then we went to the talent show after the runway.
So before we talk about this particular talent show, I wanted to talk about the fact that this was the first season in years where we got all the queens in one episode. Yes. But there's still a split premiere. So we got 14 queens, and the 14 queens have to decide on who's going to perform on premiere night 1 or week not one, and then who's going to perform on week 2. They are bringing Rated Queens back, so basically, if you're not performing, you're rating the performers, and vice versa on the following week. There's so much strategy that could go in behind that could either boost you or screw you.
And they're already doing it because Lana Jarre and Arietti have an alliance where they won't, they basically promise to rank each other either 1 or 2, basically,
just to make sure that they don't
end up in the bottom. So, which did come into play because Arietti's, so let's talk about the queens that were performing. So Joella was one of the queens that was performing. Lydia B. Collins, Arietti, Jules Sparkles, Susie Toot, Keisha Forgot, and Lucky Stars were all of the queens that were performing on night 1.
So I think that there's a moment that we need to rewind back to.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen this happen on Drag Race before. You know how the queens are in the workroom, they're putting their looks together, and then a special guest judge will come walk in the workroom and have a conversation to encourage them.
Unless you're Lady Gaga, Christina Aguilera, or Ariana Grande, which you guys enter in with the queens.
Oh, no. I think you say people who act like they like Alicia Keys look like she wanted to look at them or come in, but she's like, nope, keep a screen between us.
Yeah.
I ain't that comfortable. But no. Yeah. So Katy Perry was the special guest judge for this episode. She walks into the workroom and everybody erupts in screaming and laughter and just happy to see her. But Joella, however, had a very special connection with Katy Perry. She's one of the biggest Katy Perry fans.
Mm-hmm.
And Katy Perry actually knows her, gave her a shout out. I remember when you first started drag. Even claimed her as her drag daughter. And after that moment, they showed, she did her confessionals about how Katy Perry saved her life, blah, 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 multiple pictures. And there was a moment in the workroom where you just hear somebody sniffling and sobbing on the side.
Like sobbing. Like,
and Ray is like, is somebody crying? It's Joella in the
already
crying. And Raven on the piss. I said, girl, what are you crying for? You act like you just met her. You got multiple pictures with this girl.
Yeah.
Right? She's acting like she just met her hero for the first time ever.
Right. And it might have been the very first time that Joella actually had a moment with Katy Perry, and then for Katy Perry to openly acknowledge. It wasn't like, it was, oh my gosh, what's your name again? I remember, one of those situations.
No,
Katy Perry's like, Joella. Like, that's it. When it's like when you're regular and then a famous person who has no business even knowing you, knows you. Yeah. Especially somebody who, you know what I mean? Like
you said, not even I recognize your face. No, she calls her by name.
Right.
So I feel now there is a little more extra pressure applied because you're in the season with all of these queens who are the daughters, sisters, or whoever of these other major queens. And then your drag mom, who happens to be Katy Perry, acknowledges you. You got a lot to live up to.
Yes.
I think a lot of people have a lot to live up to.
A whole lot.
But you have an endorsement by the Katy Perry on the show in front of everybody. You got a lot to live up to, and you better live up to it.
And
do you?
No. Yeah. So getting into the performances, I remember the first queen being Jules Sparkles was the very first queen to perform.
Her performance, she reminded me of Trinity K. Bonet for some reason. The shape of her head with the ponytail made me think of Trinity K. Bonet. When you watch it again, not the whole time, it's just like, when you see a certain angle, like if you're not attention and you saw her on the TV, you would say, you have to do a double take. If you just look.
I got I got very early George's vibes. Based off of her performance. It was cute. She had a little number called La Leche. It was very cute. She could do a little 2-step and stuff like that. But
the hair work was on point.
Yeah.
Did the whole ponytail swinging it around and everything.
I forgot who came out second, but I'm just going to go down the list here of people. Joella performed on the night. She did a number about her. Joe, and don't forget the Ella.
It was a lip sync, and it was a lip sync.
Yeah, she did she pulled out everybody's favorite drag move, you know, when they're dancing.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah,
like
all
me
that.
And Stoney, if we
like,
had more space, we could do the drag.
Yeah,
like we've seen it a million times.
We done seen every queen do it in every single
queen
lip sync
in the world,
and it's like come up with a new
in the fucking world does this
move.
One little dance. You know what the dance is. Everybody knows what the drag dance is.
Like,
you gotta do the little back then swirl, twist, kick.
Like, gosh.
But like on
the jazz walk to the side.
Yes, and on top of all of that, like it looked lazy when she did it.
Yeah, like it was not. She had a nice little set piece with her name on it, but that was about it. Like, and even Katy Perry was like, yeah,
it left a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Next was next we had Lydia B. Collins, and she had a very, very quirky performance where she was like in a puppet,
a body-sized puppet.
Yeah.
The puppet looked very odd.
Yeah.
But I can get past that if she executed what she had intended. It was supposed to be a puppet / burlesque show. And when she put her hand through the lip, I'm like, okay, we're about to get something interesting. And it was downhill for me from there.
Yeah, like when she walked out, I was like, okay, we're gonna get something interesting. And then she put the hand through the lip. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, why is it going through the lip?
Did you notice that the puppet's breasts were at the feet?
Yeah.
Like,
and
the proportions were off.
Yeah.
The art of the puppet, like I was trying to excuse it.
Like, what exactly is it?
Borat.
Yeah, like, is it supposed to be a sperm? Is it supposed to be a sock? Is it supposed? What is this puppet? Like, and the idea was cool, but the execution to me was a little bit off, you know. And like, yeah, okay, all right.
So sorry, Lydia B. Collins. I'm sorry.
It was
Lydia
just all right.
Collins.
It was just all right. It was just
all
right.
We had high hopes for you, but that was not a good one.
No, it was just all right. And then next we had Ariete, who did a more cultural, performance.
I liked the look. I was looking for more.
Right.
I was hoping that she just danced and swung her skirt around. It was cute, but it was like, this isn't an ensemble piece where if you had like 4 or 5 girls up there doing it with you, you kind of get mesmerized in the whole flair of it. It was a solo
spectacle.
Piece.
It was just you up there,
and to keep doing the same thing, it just didn't give me like. Granted, she was one of the only people who did an actual talent, opposed to just lip syncing.
And she also lip synced throughout the whole thing. Yeah,
like it just I wanted more from Ariel.
Right.
And she's one of my favorites. Right
yeah, and she was cute, So it's like she
looked amazing.
Yeah, it just wasn't yet. Then we had Susie Toot, who did a little tap dance number, which was very funny. I thought it was very funny. I did.
Okay, that's what we'll call it.
Stop it.
Funny.
Stop it. I got it because there was a point. There was a point where she was like, and then the opening was even funnier because it's like, and now introducing the 9 tapping toes of Susie Toot. Like, it's like 9 toe. Oh, so funny.
You do? You want to take a break?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so
yeah, but Susie, I love Susie. Let me talk about Go ahead, Susie haters.
So I can't take any credit from Susie when it comes down to a talent because her tap dancing was very good. She is a funny queen. Her intro was funny, 9 toes down. All of that. I think it's just I haven't settled into it yet. It's like I feel like it's missing something.
Oh my gosh. Then the part where she was like, and now the Gettysburg Address in Morse code. It was like,
now that was funny. So I think I just have personal bias. I don't want to say bias against her.
Shit.
She just hasn't won me over.
But isn't it like, of all the speeches, the Gettysburg Address though? Like, okay.
I mean,
fine.
She's a talented queen, and I hope that most of you don't like base your opinion on her just solely off of my opinions because I like to give credit where credit is due.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was great. I'm a tutor.
I have a little thing.
I'm a tutor
right now that's a little bit jaded right now.
Yeah.
before I talk about it, let's talk about Lucky Stars.
Yes.
We did Lucky's Lemonade.
Oh.
She came out with a bicycle lemonade stand.
Yeah.
In all yellow with like the
it was a lemonade.
Picture.
Was a lemonade picture head, but the body of a lemon. Like
her breasts were lemon.
Her ass cheek was the other end of the lemon. Like it was like.
And it squirted lemon juice.
Yes.
And she did not discriminate. She squirted the judges panel too.
Yeah, she squirted everybody.
Katie, Carson, Ru, and Michelle got
with
squirted.
The lemons.
Her lemon milk.
Lemonade. Hey, and it was catchy too. Like it was like, hey,
it was a good. That was
hey.
A great performance. It's really interesting how great of a performance that was.
Yeah,
because she didn't end up in the top 2.
Yeah, no, she did not. She did not.
All the queens.
We got one more to talk about.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got one more performance to talk about.
Sorry about that.
Again, in case you forgot.
See, I didn't forget.
See. And it was
First off,
and I gotta give it to her. I think
if she changed her name and her hairstyle, she'd do a little bit better.
Right. Right.
Seriously.
In case you don't know, like or something like that. You know what I mean?
Don't know.
But I'll give it to her. The song, when you listen to it, and I made it a point during my rewatches to really listen to what she was saying and try to make it a point to listen to the song. The song,
that helped her none in my case.
The song is actually a little cute, little gay song about, wanting to ride,
riding a bull.
Yeah, like it's ranch workers that she's talking about. Like it's workers, you know what I mean? And she's wanting to ride that bull. Like I get it.
You already know I'm not.
It was cute,
music fan,
but it was.
She couldn't win me with that.
It wasn't executed well. And she was. I think she was nervous because she was very much. It was very much
stiff,
very up tempo, and I don't think it should have been. I think you should have definitely taken down the tempo a couple notches.
Song. She did that on purpose.
Right? No, but if it's an original song, you can change the tempo just to make sure that it hits.
But she thought she was doing the right thing. Honestly, you're right. If she would have slowed it down, they would have did something different with the lights. You could have gotten
right, and then told the story. Like make sure that that you heard a thing and like take some time to not play the guitar the whole time and stuff like that. Let the beat drop, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, and on the real funny parts and stuff. And then like there was no musicality, there was no like performance like type of lip and stuff like that, and it fell flat. It fell flat.
And she was one of the most original performers.
Yeah.
A lot of the queens had an element of lip syncing, which is what drag queens do. So the fact that she sang live and played the guitar or ukulele, she did all that live and still fell short.
Right.
I wonder why your name is Acacia Forgot.
Right. So after the talent show, no, it wasn't. After the talent show, the queens that did not perform went in to rate a queen, and so Lana Jarrett held up her end of the bargain, put Arietti at the top because Arietti was definitely voted around 6th or 7th with all the other queens. Yeah. So she very well could have ended up in the bottom because the way that it works is that the queen that finishes at the bottom will lip sync for their life next week. So next week we're getting 2 lip syncs.
Because
the top two queens lip sync for the win this week
and a prize. Mm-hmm. Very cute.
So, they went in and they rated the queens, and coming out of rated queen, the bottom queen was Acacia Forgot.
In case you forgot.
Acacia.
No, I'm saying it was Acacia Forgot. In case you forgot.
Yes, which I know a lot of you probably have. Again, I'm sorry, Acacia.
She did it to herself. Why would you name yourself that? That is the worst drag name. That's
Acacia.
Worse than Heidi in Closet.
You made it the drag race, though. You made it the drag race.
And now you're forever going to be forgotten.
And so now it did wonders for Pork Chop going home first. So look what she got.
Pork Chop is one of the only queens that went home first that has been so cemented in Drag Race Hall of Fame.
Shangela.
One of.
Vanjie.
I said one up. I didn't say the only one.
Right. So anybody can make Going Home First something that is, you know what I mean. Tempest Bledsoe. What was her name? Tempest de Jour. I said Tempest Bledsoe. Here we go. See, but she went home first.
But wait, wasn't Tempest Bledsoe on Drag Race? The Secret Celebrity Drag Race?
I think so.
Yeah, Tempest Bledsoe did pop up in drag.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird.
That's funny that you said her name. I was like, wait, yeah,
drag universe shit.
But at the top,
yes,
we have. I'm going to say first, Jewel Sparkles.
Jewel Sparkles.
I think she was great. I wouldn't have put her at the top, but the other queens voted her the way they saw fit. So Jewel Sparkles, and then the boot girl.
Yo, it's the toot.
The tapping boot. The tapping boot.
A toot.
At the top too. They did a Katy Perry song for the lip sync. I feel like. Are you going to talk about this?
A tutor. A toot. I'm a tutor.
I know I smelled
it. Susie Tutor.
No, you're a tutor. I smelled it.
Hey.
Stop tooting.
Smells like flowers.
Yeah, they performed to a Katy Perry song. I think that from the beginning of the song, Jewel Sparkles, she was performing. She did a great show. I think that Susie too had to get her group, like, get into the swing of things. She didn't start performing. She had to warm up to it. And me personally, I feel like Jewel Sparkles did a better job at that lip sync. How do you feel?
I can see where everyone is saying, and a lot of folks are saying, that Jewel Sparkles definitely won that lip sync.
And it's not to say that when
I can also see
started performing, she didn't do good, but she didn't start performing to have to do the song.
Right, but at the end of the day, the race is won on how you finish it, you know. And she finished that lip sync in a way stronger position and a way stronger way, and it looked great. I mean, her dances, her spins, like she can move. She can move, and she was floating across that stage.
You know the problem? She won.
Yeah, she won. Susie Toot won.
And $5,000.
Toot.
But I feel like she showed us what she got. And if she ends up in the bottom, she can't pull.
Right, she's vulnerable. I think that she is. She showed that she's one of those strong competitors that is vulnerable, much like a Q. You know, we knew that Q was vulnerable in a lip sync situation. So.
And my thing is not even just lip sync. So you're tap dancing and you're into the whole Betty Boop thing. That's very cute. That's only going to take you, but so far, show me your variety. Show me how versatile you are as a performer and a drag queen. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have it. I'm just saying I hope she does.
I am excited to see what she has in store. I think that she is going to go a long way. And I think that, you know, I am excited. I'm just excited to see what happens to her, you know, and everything.
And I'm just going to add to that. I really think that Lucky Stars should have been in the top 2.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Lucky Stars was.
But again, this wasn't Rue's decision.
Right. And honestly, the way that they voted, Lucky was what, 3 and 4?
I think so.
She was 3 and 4 a lot for people.
So I think her not being at the top was only because of strategic alliances. That's the only reason why, because she deserved to be at the top. Her look was on point. Her talent was on point. She made everybody laugh, join, and it was a great performance. Right.
And then also a lot of I think that So you know, who knows? But she was safe along with all the other folks that performed on the night. So that's where we are right now after night 1 of the premiere.
And again, we don't have a ranking.
Race season is on.
Next week we will have a ranking.
Yes.
And an elimination.
Yes, and we will say goodbye to a queen. So next week we will have 2 lip syncs, 1 to crown a winner and 1 for their lives.
Yes. So do us a favor. Again, if you have not already, join the conversation in the chat. Subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Like and share it with others so that way when we're having these conversations, they can join in too. Before we end this out, once again, we just want to send our condolences to the loved ones of the Vivienne. That one hurt. That one hit me.
Yeah.
It's like we've experienced this before with Chi Chi, and that sucked.
And then and before that with Honey Davenport.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, Honey? You sure?
Or no, Sahara Davenport.
I'm about to say not Honey.
Yeah, no, not Honey. Sahara Davenport. Yes.
He's still alive. Jesus.
Before that was Sahara Davenport.
Wait,
Yeah.
he looked up like, wait a second, no.
Yeah, because I do watch it. Like I said,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched them up until like season 8, 9.
Yeah, Sahara Davenport. That was who was that she was with Manila Luzon at the time and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And then she passed away. Yeah, so we've lost some queens over the years, and it gets tough every time. But yeah, condolences again. Viv, we love you.
Love you so much, and thank you.
Long may she reign.
You've added to the drag community.
Yes.
And with that all being said, Stoney, do you want to tell the people anything?
Hey.
At all?
Hey. We're getting close to some stuff. Just buckle up, hey, and keep your noses clean, people. It's only 4 years. It's only 4 years.
Shit.
Hopefully. But again, God bless you. Thank you for coming. Good night.